He KO'd the base here. We lit tonight. Y'all come through, man. Y'all know how we gonna show up and show out. See y'all all in the building.
Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? It's your boy KO, your boy Knockout, your boy KO 86, Knockout Boxing 86. I'm here, I'm back for another episode of the Morning After Show. I got my singing OG KQ with me. Let me bring him up real quick. Give me a second. Fix that right there. KQ, what's up with it, man?
Hey, what's going on, baby? How you feel?
Man, nothing much, bro. I'm chilling. Another great night of boxing in the books, man. Obviously, a lot of controversy to talk about. Can't wait to get to the show, man. Hopefully, everything's well with you. Great call last night, man. How was the call last night, bro?
Man, it was great, man. Everybody was great, man. We had over 17,000 views last night.
That's
man. Yes,
that's
sir.
Up,
and so, man, I mean, I got excited about that fight last night and all the fights. Congratulations to Gary Antoine. I mean, man, it was on fire. So, yes,
yeah, man,
sir.
we're gonna definitely cover those and get to the get to it. Let me catch these super chats real quick. Shout out to Todd Draper with the 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. She says that rematch is gonna be a massacre. Lamont was talking crazy in the post conference. He was gifted a draw. Take your gift and carry your ass. I think that Tank was the one that was gifted a draw, Ty. I really do.
Shout out to Todd too, also in the CashApp.
Yeah, okay. Shout out to Todd Drake. I think he was the one that was gifted because of that ninth round. We'll talk more about it, but I'll explain why a little bit later in the show when we get to that part of the show. Shout out to Trap Band with the 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. Tank didn't have that fire last night. He wasn't focused, losing track of the rounds, but great fight. But he won, in my opinion. Run that back ASAP. I got it 7-5 either way. A close ass, tough ass fight, but that ninth round should have been ruled a knockdown. Don't worry, y'all. We're gonna talk about it. And then if that round was ruled correctly by the ref, then we having a different conversation this morning. That's just what I believe in my honest opinion, right? Shout out to Barbara D with the 2-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. She said absolutely nothing. She just showing love to the channel. Appreciate that support. Shout out to Always Bet on Black with the 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. Bring Coach Calvin back as lead trainer. Respect to Roach. I had to fight 7-5 Tank, but I'm not mad at a draw. Tank seemed distracted. Ain't no seemed about it. He was fucking distracted, and that's his fucking fault. We're gonna get there. I promise y'all. We're gonna get there, but we got to cover these other fights too. But that is gonna be the majority of the show. Y'all all know that. Shout out to John BX with the 5-piece. No Biscuit in the super chat. He says every YouTube channel can learn a lesson in integrity from UKO. Keeping it 100 in spite of being a huge Tank fan separates you from the rest. I don't know, like you've been here for a long time. I don't know why. I don't know why people are surprised by that, bro. Like it's a lot of people surprised by that shit. You know what I mean? Like, bro, my integrity is bigger than the sport of boxing to me, bro. And the sport of boxing is bigger than Tank Davis to me. So I don't know why anybody will be surprised. But let's run down.
I like that LUK. I did a lot of hating on who? Who did I do a lot of hating on? I ain't hating on nobody. I just give you straight up like it was. Right? So if your favorite fighter got criticized, I'm sorry. I call it like I said.
Luca just talking his day. He a huge Shakur fan, so he's happy today. But that comes with it though.
Okay.
I promise y'all, I got so much that I want to. Yeah, I got so much I want to talk about. I got so much I want to talk about, bro. Like, so we're gonna get there. I promise y'all, we're gonna get there. Now, let's start with the first fight though, because we got to give Yoenis Toled some love for the performance that he put on against Julian J. Rock Williams. Yoenis Toled put on a good performance in the first fight of the pay-per-view. What did you think of his performance last night against Julian J. Rock Williams?
Great performance by the young fighter, man. He's 24 years of age. He fought a veteran, Julian J. Rock. Julian J. Rock is a great boxer. Him and Jamal, all of them came up together at that 154 pound. And Ronnie Shields had him together last night. And he was landing them overhand rights. Follow right behind that jab. And I mean, I think he looked good. I think Julian J. Rock did too much movement and trying to hit on the move and start stationary, because your power comes from your feet on up, and he kept moving and hopping around. Now, if he was maybe 3 years younger, that would have been great. That would have been faster. You know, he would have been able to move a little bit faster. But now he's getting older, and now here come the young bucks. The young bucks coming in now, and that overhand right that was catching him on the left and right. And Toled switched also. I don't know if y'all seen that. He switched early in the rounds, early in the fight. He switched to the southpaw stance, you know, but he never did switch back. I don't know why, but still, I mean, man, great fight for Toled, and congrats for him. You know.
Yeah, I think that Toled is a really good fighter at 154 pounds. He got a WBA interim in that fight, meaning he'll be the mandatory for Terrence Crawford's belt, believe it or not. So if Terrence Crawford comes back to 154 pounds, he'll either have to fight the champion in recess, your guy, Jermell Charlo, or he'll have to fight Yoenis Toled, who's a WBA interim title. Or if Terrence Crawford doesn't come back, which I don't believe you go up to 168 and then come back down to 154. I think he's gonna stay at 168. So if he drops that 154-pound belt, your guy Jermell Charlo next fight could be that youngster, Yoenis Toled, and I think that's a good underrated fight, especially with Jermell's inactivity if he comes back to 154. So Yoenis Toled becoming a player at 154-pound division. PBC really likes him. They've been putting him on a lot of cards lately, and so they believe in that young man. And I can't wait to see what's next for him. But great performance from him. He just outworked J Rock. As you said, I think you said it when you were calling the fight last night. J Rock you can see he still got some of the same skills, but he's just not as fast as he used to be, and he don't have the energy that he used to have, right? Like remember when he was fighting Jerry Hurd and shit, and he was the end of the fight. He was still fast. He was still doing his thing,
right,
and all that. But now he fades. He fades at the end of fights. He fades towards the back half of fights. And Yoenis Toled was able to take advantage of that. So salute to that young man. He's only 24 years old. I cannot wait to see what's next for him, bro. I can't wait to see what's next for him. So that's my thoughts on it, man. I think he performed well. Do you got anything else on that? I'm not trying to rush you, but you know what everybody here to talk about. So I'm trying to run down these fights, man. You got anything else on that?
Nothing I can say, but like I say, Toled, give him another year, maybe 2. You know, he's gonna be something else to deal with. All right.
Yeah, for sure. Now let's go to Alberto Puello and Sandor Martin. Good, tough, close fight. Alberto Puello got the split decision victory over Sandor Martin. Some people feel like that was the wrong decision. Some people feel like Sandor Martin probably should have got the nod. What's your thoughts on the fight? I thought it was a good close ass fight. And I don't have a problem with the champion retaining his belt. I thought he landed the more eye-catching shots. I thought that he pressed forward a little bit better in the fight than Sandor Martin. And a lot of what Sandor Martin was doing was good, but Alberto Puello would always come back. That right hook, I think, was the key to victory for him because his right hook was popping Sandor Martin's head back. He was more active with his jab, too, and I think that's what got him the nod. But what you think, man? What's your thoughts on that fight?
Well, Sandor Martin, he surprised me. He had more dog in him than I thought he did. He had a lot of more dog in him because he was pressing the action. He was bagging up Puello a lot, and he was making him miss, and he was trying to make him pay, but he was standing straight up. He didn't have no posture. He didn't want bent over a little bit. He was standing straight up, kind of like a Ryan Garcia, standing straight tall, but Sandor Martin kept missing, but I think Puello, he landed the eye-catching shots because when he was swinging overhand rights. He was a southpaw and using the right hand, so he was catching right on top of the head, but I think the decision was the right decision. I think Puello did pull it out, barely, but it was a close fight. It was a good fight. It was a dog fight. That's what it was. So all the on the first couple of fights was great fights. The kick off the main card. But Puello, I think he deserved to win the nod. So that's all.
Yeah, I think he's an underrated fighter, and he's going to be a problem at 140 pounds. I think there's a reason that the big names at 140 pounds, they're not really calling his name like that. I think there's a reason they're not calling his name like that, and we'll see why soon enough if he gets an opportunity. Obviously, to me, KQ, the fight to make is Puello versus Gary Antoine Russell, the rematch for a unification fight at 140 pounds. That's the only fight that makes sense for both of them, in my personal opinion. So that's what I want to see next on the Tank Davis and Roach undercard, and I'll get to that in a minute. I don't know what the fuck PBC is thinking, none of that, but Tank Roach 2 needs to happen immediately. We'll get there, damn it. But yeah, bro, Puello put on a good performance, and I'm excited to see hopefully him and Gary Antoine run it back. He won by split decision against Gary Antoine Russell in the first fight, but they need to get back. They need to run that back. That was a hell of a fight. Shout out to my dog Mensa Lawson with the 2-piece no biscuit and super. He says this one hurt bad. KO shaking my head. I don't know why, bro. I don't know why people are so hurt, bro. I'll talk to y'all in a minute, bro. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why people are so hurt. Like, it's boxing, bro. It's boxing. It come with this shit, man. It come with this shit. That's why. Yeah, that it come with this shit, and it's so many examples of shit like this happening. The silver lining is Tank Davis's response needs to be the proper response, and I'll tell y'all what that is in a minute, bro. Like y'all, like, it's not bad. First of all, he got a draw. It ain't like Lamont Roach whooped his ass and just did him dirty. Tank Davis outboxed him early in the fight. And when they started exchanging, Tank Davis was dropping blows on his ass. Lamont took him well. And then Tank did some bullshit. We're going to talk, bro, but it ain't bad, bro. Like it shouldn't hurt that bad because he has, number one, he's still undefeated, and he has an opportunity to get it right, bro. But he gonna have to go do that. We'll talk though. I got y'all.
I got a lot to say.
Shout out to the truth. Shout out to the truth with the 10-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He says a lot of excuses for Tank. Let's give Roach his props. Tank got to get back to the basics. Still Tank over everybody. Tank didn't look like Tank last night. Roach, much respect. That's a great super chat. That's I can fuck with that super chat. I can mess with that super chat, bro. I really can. All right. Co-main even. Oh, shout out to my dog, the Butcher, man. Shout out to my dog, the Butcher. 2-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He says Gary Russell versus Puello 2 and Tank versus Roach 2. Fire. Yeah. The cards. I don't. Who else is on the card, KO? I don't give a fuck. Who else is on the card, KO? I don't know and I don't care. I don't know. I don't care. The card's fire. I'm sold. I'm buying it. You can take my money. Take my money now. I'll pay it right now. If the fight's in August or the fight's in July, you know what I'm saying? I'm there. I'm buying it, bro. Like, just buy the shit. If it happens to come here in Dallas, we buying that shit, bro. I don't even know who else on the card, bro. I don't care who's on the card. I'm buying that shit. Butcher, I'm buying that right now. They announced the shit. I'm buying it right now, bro. I'm buying it right now. All right, now, with that being said, bro, let's get to that co-main event. We talked about it, dog. Gary Antoine Russell performance of the night, bro. Performance of the night. Did you see what he did? Oh, I know you saw it. You was calling the shit. Did you see what he did to that boy, Jose Rayo Valenzuela, bro?
Yes,
Goodness
I
gracious.
did.
Talk about the performance, man. What'd you think about what Gary Antoine Russell did to become champion last night, man?
You know, a lot of people don't understand. When you lose, you win, if that makes sense. Because you learn when you lose. And when he lost, and that's why he said he want Puello. He want Puello again. You know, he want to win because of pride. That's what he said in the press conference. Because that pride. Now, that win was just not a win for him. That win was for the whole family. That win was for his father, may rest in peace. That win was for Batman. That win for everybody. And he came out and showed him why they are the Russell brothers. He came out and showed him that he got diversity, that he's not no one-dimensional fighter. He said that, and I quote and unquote, he said that in the press conference. And one thing about it, he changed up on Rayo. He pressed the action on Rayo. Rayo thought he would come out there and box him. And Rayo is not a slick boxer. Like I said, on Knockout, I talked with him. He said, hey, Rayo ain't no slick boxer. He just, fought Pitbull Cruz, who was one-dimensional. That's it. And Gary Antoine gave him different looks last night. Looks that he never seen before. So shout out to him for that. Shout out to him for that. Gary Antoine put on a goddamn show. I mean, he shut him down. He shut him out, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. That is boxing. That is boxing. So, man, I mean, shout out to him. I mean, ain't too much I can say, but job well done. A job well done. Because one thing about them Russell brothers, they might fight on Saturday night, but they're back in the gym on Monday morning. I tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. All right, that's all I got, Kel.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jamoni with the 5-piece no biscuit in the super chat. He said, shout out my guy. For the ones that said or it hurt, it's boxing. It's some I'll buy again. Real boxing match. Yeah. Shout out to Quincy Carter with the 5-piece in the super chat. You know it hurts, KO. Stop it. Tank stock dropped. He lost to a cherry pick 130-pounder. Fanboying backfires. Number one, I don't know who fanboying. And number two, his stock didn't drop, bro. The second fight is going to be bigger than the first one. Anything he do is going to be bigger because people are like, oh, he's vulnerable. Hopefully we can see him lose for real this time. And his name is still booming, bro. He's still one of the biggest names in the sport. His stock didn't drop from a draw. As a matter of fact, people have more faith now. Now, like, for instance, Quincy, I've never seen you in my life. I'll tell you how his stock didn't drop, right? I've never seen you in my life. I've never seen you drop a super chat. His stock so high, he made you pay me money to try to talk shit to me. I'm going to let that sink in for you, homeboy. His stock so high, you paid $5 just for me to read that for you. That's how high his stock is right now. His stock so high, he can get a rematch with Lamont Roach, and it's going to go crazy. Now, it's a fight that everybody want to see. And don't disrespect Lamont Roach and call him a cherry pick. That man is a champion. He is a backup opponent, right? He's somebody that we didn't ask for Tank Davis to fight, but that man can fight. Tank Davis contemporaries told you that man can fight, and he proved that he can fight. Get that man the respect he deserved, bro. Get that man the respect he deserved. Looks like Loma probably should have took the fight. Interesting. Looks like Shakur probably should have pressed harder on that fight. If he's exposed now, if his stock is dropped now, y'all crazy as hell, bro. Everybody has a bad night at the office. I'm gonna get there because I got a whole list of fighters that didn't look good and then came back and are all-time great fighters, bro. Y'all got to stop that shit. One draw, one bad performance don't make the fighter. It's about what you do after that shit. Some of y'all ain't never been through shit in your life, bro, and I can tell. Like, y'all don't know life, bro. Like this, or you new to boxing. You like just became a boxing fan or some shit, I think. I think y'all get shit twisted sometime, but it's fine, bro. Dwayne, yo, 5-piece, no biscuit and super chat. Bad for Tank immediately, but good for boxing. and good for Tank in the long run. It's only good for Tank in the long run if he handle this shit the right way, bro. If he handles shit the right way, it's good in the long run. If he don't, it's not good, bro. There's no giving.
Say about that. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to John BX with the 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. KO, I did not mean to suggest I was surprised by your integrity, but rather I was just pointing it out for the since it's so rare on YouTube. I know what you meant, bro. I wasn't talking about you. It's a lot of people that are surprised though. Shout out to the truth with the 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. The post-fight conference, Tank said the rematch won't be next. And that's bullshit. I heard everything you said, bro. I stayed up, watched the press conference so I could make sure I knew everything that was going on. Everything that was going on so we could talk about it all today. Now, as far as Gary Antoine Russell, like you said, the performance was great. What I noticed the most is he stopped jabbing at the air. Gary Antoine Russell had a problem where he was jabbing at the air to get in, and it was leaving him exposed and leaving his head on the line. Last night, his head was not on the line. Not on the line. His head was good head movement. He did his thing with good head movement, and he was actually jabbing at Rayo, and everything he did off the jab was fast. Everything he did off of the jab was decisive. His hand speed was there. He didn't do any wasted movements, and he put pressure on Rayo from the opening bell and just outworked him and beat his ass, bro. And it was phenomenal to watch. Gary Antoine Russell put on a masterclass performance last night, and he deserves all the credit in the world. They said I missed the super track. Oh, I got you. Dwayne Yosef with the 5-piece in the super chat. He say, unfortunately, the fighter that is next that is gonna piss everyone off, I think, is Pitbull. Trash. Absolute trash, bro. Absolute trash. Ain't nobody checking for no Tank versus Pitbull, dog. Ain't nobody checking for no Tank versus Pitbull, bro. At all, dog. Shout out to Tunnel Vision with the 5-piece, no biscuit in the super chat. He says it's not bad for boxing or Tank. That rematch just became a huge fight. Facts, bro. One of the biggest fights financially that can happen this year. Facts. And the other thing, bro, about the Pitbull shit, because I just read that shit. The Pitbull Cruz shit is trash because that's somewhat a controversial decision. And that's one that people don't want to see. The controversial decision that people want to see is what just happened last night. The Lamont Roach one is the one that we need, bro. You cannot be going back fighting no motherfucking Pitbull. He at 140, bro. We ain't fuck that shit. We ain't trying to see that shit. We want the Lamont Roach rematch, dog. Mike Will with the 5-piece, no biscuit in the super chat. He said, here you go, saying you about to name other fighters that had off nights, but let Shakur or Keyshawn have an off night. They have, and we cooked them. They have had off nights. It just didn't result in the draw. Okay? You tripping, bro. You tripping. And it's not about the off night. I'm talking about rematching. I don't give a fuck. That's what you're missing, bro. I don't care about the off night. He needs to go get it back. And what he said in the press conference is bullshit. Okay? Bullshit. Right? He got to go get that shit back, bro. But now let's talk about the fight that everybody came here to talk about, because don't nobody give a fuck about the undercard no more. Don't nobody care about the undercard. They want to talk about this shit. What else you got?
Get all your super chats, man.
I caught all of them.
Oh, you got all of them?
Yeah, I caught all of them. Yeah, I got all of them. We good.
So
Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach. We're gonna talk around this fight for the rest of the show. We got about an hour left, and we got a lot of questions, a lot of conversation to have. So when I ask the question, just stick on the question, because you go off and you'll talk about everything all in one foul swoop. So the first question is the fight. What did you think of the fight in the ring last night between Tank Davis and Lamont Roach?
Well, definitely, I think it was a fight that, now hear me out now. It's a fight that I don't like when fighters know each other and grow up with each other. Okay? It seems like it's a little hold back there a little bit. It seems like it's not bad blood, that you can boil and really, pretty much put your all into it. But I know both guys did put their all into it. But you're right. I think Tank was distracted, and Lamont Roach brought his A game, and like you said in the post press conference, he's been ready for 2 weeks now. He's been ready, and he has a chin. The one thing about it, that fight, it was slow pace. It was very slow pace. Then, of course, they started turning it up a little bit. Why it was slow pace? Because both guys are strategic, and they didn't want to make a mistake. Both guys didn't want to make a mistake. Lamont Roach didn't want to be a means. And you heard Tank always say, I'm scared of losing. I'm scared of losing. And some of those fears came to fruition last night. But it goes to show you that Gervonta Davis is a human. It goes to show you that sometimes fights like that make a fighter better. That's why I'm not mad at this fight. That's why I'm not mad at the fight, because sometimes you need a fight like that. To what? To wake your ass up. All right? So you can get so comfortable where that you can still wake up and know. Because like Calvin Ford said last night, he was talking about retirement. He was talking about retirement.
Oh, we're
But
gonna
now,
get there. We're gonna get
okay,
there.
okay,
We're gonna get there. We're
okay,
gonna talk about that. Yeah, for
okay.
sure.
Now, Tank, pretty much is snapping back and saying, "Oh man, damn, I almost lost this fight." Because he strive on perfection. That's what he does. He strive on perfection. Everything went A-OK except that fight. He broke the record. I mean, he packed it in. He did all that. But it's just that fight last night. Lamont Roach, you got to take your hat off to him. Lamont Roach was, man, he was on point last night. He has a chin also. So one thing about it is, go ahead and knock out.
No, you got okay. Shout out to Devontae Cromwell with the 2-piece. No biscuit and super chat says, I want the rematch pronto finished at the plate. All right, so to me, the fight started off and Tank Davis was outboxing Lamont Roach. And then Tank Davis tried to turn up on Lamont Roach, and Lamont Roach showed that he a real live dog. And when Tank Davis start turning up on people, he's used to you folding and wilting under the pressure. And I want to stop and say we got 716 people in here and we only got 236 likes.
Okay, stop.
Y'all hit
right
the damn
there.
like
Come
button,
on,
bro.
hit the like. Man, come on, y'all.
Smash the like button, bro. Please.
We're getting
Please,
up
bro.
on a long night.
Please hit the like button, dog. But anyway, like y'all gotta hit the like button. If you can't donate to the channel in the Cash App or the Super Chat, hit the damn like button. And I think that I think Tank Davis didn't handle that shit well at all. He started reaching. He kept reaching down to the body and leaving himself exposed and getting hit. He was landing clean shots, but Lamont Roach was landing more shots and outworking him towards the back half of the fight. I think that Tank Davis needs to be okay sometimes with everybody ain't gonna wilt under your pressure. You could clearly see he was faster. You could see Lamont Roach's feet couldn't keep up with his feet. If he'd have kept boxing and tried to use his jab and kept stabbing that left hand down to the body, it'd have been an easy night's work. But when he tried to get up on Lamont Roach was the bigger man. Lamont Roach took his shots well because Tank didn't break him down first. Maybe you break him down by boxing. Maybe you move around and you just jab and you stab that left hand to the body because Tank was getting that straight left off easy. He should have fought Lamont Roach how he fought Ryan Garcia. He tried to go into bully mode with Lamont Roach, and that shit didn't work at all, bro. It didn't work at all. And then he started getting frustrated, started getting distracted, started losing his cool a little bit. And I didn't like, now that I see the dynamic of all them trainers, we'll get to that too. I didn't like that shit. But overall, I thought Lamont Roach surprised a lot of people. It's a lot of people talking shit that picked Tank to knock Lamont Roach out. That's acting like they knew Lamont Roach was a great fighter or a very good fighter. But he came up, he rose, and he shined. And he got it done last night in terms of putting on a great performance, bro. You got to give Lamont Roach his credit. Now, with that being said, obviously there's a ton of controversy surrounding the fight, right? And that main controversy is what happened in that 9th round with Tank, the eye gate. You know what I'm saying? Grease gate. Grease gate out this month. What did you think specifically of the 9th round and how it unfolded? And do you like the referee's decision? And then do you think the draw was a robbery? Let's go there. Do you think the draw was a robbery? And break down what happened in the 9th round for us, man.
Man, the 9th round. Well, I didn't like the 9th round. First of all, Gervonta Davis, we know he's that star. We know he's the face of boxing, but you cannot call timeout yourself. You cannot do that. Okay? And when you take a goddamn knee, the referee needs to start counting. I'm sorry. Boxing is boxing.
He did start counting. He did start counting, and then he stopped.
He stopped,
bro.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and Gervonta Davis can't do that. He can't get away with that. All right. Yes. Hey, I love the way he fight. I mean, everything. I'm a fan of his. But you just can't get away with everything. You cannot. Tio Trinidad was my favorite fighter. But in certain things that he did I didn't like, and he got away with, I didn't like. Same way with Tank Davis. In order to be great, you got to be great and follow the damn rules while you're being great. So therefore, you cannot say, "Oh, wait a minute, hold on," and go down on your knee. No, you got to let the referee stop. You got to let the referee know what's going on or whatever, or wait, or hold, or something to the bell rings, and then go take care of it. He been boxing since he was 7 years old, 8 in competition. So he should know that. So no, I didn't like the way it played out. Because, first of all, it's not fair to Lamont Roach. Because I'm going to tell you, everybody in the chat now, if Tank would have got called for that knockdown, and that would have been a knockdown, a standing 8 count, whatever you want to call it, Lamont Roach would have pulled that fight out. Tank would have had a loss this morning on his record. I don't like the way that went. Yep.
Yeah, so Tank Davis is lucky that he's Tank Davis, bro. At the end of the day, when you in that situation, no one, I don't think he lying about the hair grease being in his eye, but ain't nobody ask your ass to get braids, bro. Ain't nobody ask you to grow your hair out. Ain't nobody ask you to put whatever chemicals in to make it stay or whatever. You did that shit on your own free will and your own fruition. So if you got that shit in your eye in the middle of the fight, like you said, bro, you gotta find a way to survive, protect yourself, get to the end of the round, then let them wipe your goddamn eyes off, bro.
Right.
That's how that shit should have went. And when it didn't go that way, that should have been ruled a knockdown. And the ref had it right at first, but it's like the motherfucker had like an earpiece in or some shit. Like, yo, nigga, that's Tank Davis. The fight's already close, nigga. That is not a knockdown. And then he just forgot the fucking rules and damn self. Let Tank go over there, get his fucking eye wiped and shit, and then resume the round. It's just a bad look all the way around, bro. That's favoritism like a motherfucker, and he shouldn't have got that shit, bro. He shouldn't have got that shit. That count should have kept going, and that shit should have been ruled a knockdown. Now, a lot of people are trying to loop the, and I want to talk about the robbery aspect of it, right? A lot of people are trying to loop the judges in with that shit, and that's why I think people are getting it wrong and having a bad take on the situation. I don't think the judges' scorecards are the robbery. I think that fight was close as fuck. Tank Davis don't get a knockout, OG, and so immediately he lost the fight, right? Immediately he got blown out. I thought that fight was close as fuck. 7-5 either way, but I think if that knockdown ruled correctly, I think that Lamont Roach should have got a majority decision or a split decision victory. The draw and the judge that had it 115, 113, and the two judges that had it 114, based on what was called and based on the rounds, I think they scored it about correctly, bro. I don't think you can ask for better scorecards than the fight that we actually saw, because a lot of those rounds, Tank Davis actually outlanded Lamont Roach in rounds early in the fight. And then he had some good moments in the middle of the fight. It was Lamont Roach that kind of took over the back half of the fight and was there longer and surprised people and put on at the back half of the fight when people are so used to seeing Tank Davis be the one to do that. But the fight was close as fuck. The robbery to me is in the referee's decision not to rule that shit a knockdown, bro. Not to rule that shit a knockdown. Now, do you believe? Let me catch your super chats first. Shout out to Dundrick them with the 10 piece in the super chat. Respect to Lamont Roach. That boy a dog, and it's still GTD over everybody. Shout out to 3410 with the 5 piece in the super chat. Salute KO. Lamont Roach is way bigger than Tank. Pause. I think he could make a run at 135 easy. Boxers talking now, but who's gonna fight Roach next? It needs to be Gervonta Davis. We're gonna get to that part of the show in a minute. Shout out to Pooh the Kid TV with the 2 piece in the super chat. Appreciate the unbiased take, even though Tank Your guy. I'm not one of these content creators that's gonna lie to you, bro. Shout out to Big Dog Willie with the 2-piece. No biscuit and super chat. Grease timeouts is a new rule in tank fights. Yeah, that was some bullshit. I agree, Big Dog Willie. Shout out to Big Dog Willie back in the super chat with the 2-piece. Turkey and PBC are both fixing fights. I see now 100%, bro. 100%. Like Tank got that favorable ruling because of who he is. If Lamont Roach had done the exact same shit, that's a knockdown, bro. That's how I look at it. And you won't find a bigger Tank Davis. I'll defend Tank Davis when need to be defended, but I'm going to tell the truth. I'm not going to put my integrity in question for anybody, bro. For anybody. And the fact of the matter is, had that been Lamont Roach or any other Tank Davis opponent that did the exact same thing, that wiped their eye and then took a knee and then went over to the corner, that ref is not only starting that count, he's continuing that count, and that's going to be a 10-8 round for Gervonta Tank Davis. And that shit needs to get fixed on both sides immediately. Yeah. Turkey and Riyadh and Saudi Arabia over there fucking fixing fights. PBC and referees giving Tank Davis the nod or whatever. Because here's my thing, bro. You took an L last night in every sense of the word, in my opinion, just from your stock, your invincibility, how you usually perform in fights. It was an L last night. But because he got that draw, what if the nigga think he got away with something, he don't fix what he need to fix in the gym or fix what he need to fix in his mentality? Take it all the way there. Let the nigga, let him take the L, bro. If he take the L, let him take the L, and then the bounce back be even crazier, bro. But to have that ref make that bad decision, bro, trash to me, dog. Shout out to Jumbie 210 with the 5-piece, no biscuit in super chat. He says Tank look like LeBron talking to the ref every 5 seconds. Yeah, bro. Yeah, you ain't wrong. Shout out to P Hunter with the 5-piece in super chat. People are saying if it was an 8 count, Tank loses. It would have been an 8 count. Make Tank have did something different in the ring to pull something out. But we needed to see it though, P Hunter. Like maybe he does go crazy, get the knockout because he know he down for show, and then that brings greatness out of him, right? But either way, just because we don't know, what we can all agree is that was the wrong decision. And it's a wrong decision that shouldn't have been made because we all know what the right decision is. We all got 2 eyes and we saw him take a knee and we know the rules of boxing. So what would have or wouldn't have happened if he had the 8 count, that's a debate. That's an argument that you can have. But the fact is he should have at least had an 8 count. That's the point that I think I'm trying to make. Shout out to Gadget the Ghost with the 20-piece. No biscuit in super chat. Lamont came to the arena at 3:30 to walk around the ring and learn it. People need to stop calling people that you don't know trash. Everyone is a nobody until you get a chance to prove yourself. I had Tank up without the knee. That's what I'm saying. Close ass fight. They got to run that shit back. We're going to get there, though.
That's what Lamont Roach said last night. And he called names out last night, Lamont Roach did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. That shit was funny. Shout out to S-Field 04 with the 10-piece in the super chat. He says, disappointed in Tank as a fan. Didn't bring his best. Props to Lamont. He deserved a W in a close one. And I say the same, even if he had Osterine in his system. Tank has to get it together.
This is boxing. I told y'all last night, this is boxing. Anything can happen in boxing. You know, anything.
Shout out to the Butcher with the 5-piece. No biscuit in super chat. Do you think if they ruled it a knockdown, Tank would have turned it up? I think so. Or at least he would have tried to, in my opinion, but we don't get to know because they didn't rule it right. If so, how could we say he would have lost? You can't say he would have. Yeah, you can't say he would have or would not have lost, bro. But based on what happened, so I see what you're saying, right? Because we don't know what would have happened if it would have been ruled a knockdown, Butcher. But what I will say is that was an incorrect ruling. What would have happened if the ruling was ruled correctly? Maybe the fight goes exactly how it went, and Lamont Roach gets his hand raised. Maybe Tank turns up, goes into demon mode, stops bullshitting, and knocks him out. The fact is, bro, we should have been able to find out. And we weren't because the ref made the wrong decision. Hopefully that makes more sense. Shout out to Big Dog Willie with the 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He says, Tank a Maniac, see what happened when you hate on Shakur for a whole week. Oh, it's the Shakur curse, dog. It's the Shakur curse, dog. He said, I'm going to hate on Tank up until Tuesday because Lent is on Wednesday. Have your fun, bro. Have your fun. Talk your shit, man. It is what it is. All right. So the other thing I wanted to add, do you got anything else on the fight?
Me? Well, Yeah, well, I got a lot on fight, man. So,
Yeah,
so
I got some more questions surrounding the fight. But do you got anything? Oh, shout out to Miss K on the building. What's up, baby? Do you got anything else on the fight as it pertains to in the ring before I ask my questions or whatever?
No. Like I say, Tank tried to turn it up. Going into the 12th round because he couldn't keep up with the rounds. He wasn't even paying attention to the rounds. Then when he found out it was the 12th round, the 12th round, then trying to turn up. But he did. I noticed he did try to start off a little early last night.
That was gonna be my question anyway. What do you think of that? That they said in the post-fight press conference, and Tank said himself that he didn't even know what round it was. He thought it was round 8. What's your thoughts on that? Him being distracted like that?
It doesn't make any sense. But then again, it does make sense because he's not the only fighter that have asked many times. I have seen fighters say, "What round is this? What round we in?" Fighters sometimes just don't know because fighters are fighting. They are paying attention. They are paying attention and not getting their head knocked off. But it's up to the corner. It's up to the corner to tell him what round this is and if you behind or pick it up or whatever. But the change of trainers, I'm not a fan of that. Okay? I'm Barry Hunter, Calvin Ford. I'm not a fan of that. Even though they know each other, even though they've been around each other for years. Calvin Ford got married. I get all that. Okay? But still, different trainers got different styles and different ways of teaching fighters different things. But I'm not saying that's the reason or anything like that. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of that. But still, yeah, you got to pay attention on what's going on. You got to know that, hey, I'm not doing my best. I'm not bringing my best, and smiling and playing around. Listen. Now, Lamont Roach thought he was in a fight last night. Lamont Roach thought he was in a fight last night. Now, I don't know what Tank thought he was at, but Lamont Roach knew he was in a fight last night. So that's all I got on that one.
Yeah, I think that's a bullshit ass excuse, bro. Like, you are a pound for pound level talent. Because we can't call you a pound for pound fighter right now. You know what I mean? You're a pound for pound level talent. You are the face of boxing. You've been in big fight after big fight after big fight. How the fuck you don't know what round it is, bro? And if you don't know what round it is, you got Barry Hunter, Kenny Ellis, and Calvin Ford over there. Ain't nobody tell you round 8, Tank. Round 9, Tank.
Pick it
Tank
up.
is round 10. Tank is round 11. Like, bro, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, bro. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, dog. Hell no, bro. You are supposed to know that shit. And if you don't know, what's the point of having 2 fucking head coaches and 3 head coaches? What's the point of having them if ain't nobody telling you what round it is, bro? So I'm not with that shit. I think he's embarrassed, as he should be.
That's my next answer. I was gonna ask you that.
I think he's embarrassed, as he should be. He didn't fight nearly as good as he's capable of fighting, and they're looking for a way to try to justify what happened. And what happened was you got caught half-stepping. You got caught half-stepping, bro. You're embarrassed. And forgetting the rounds don't make it seem better to me. It's worse because it's like, damn, where were you really? Like, you that distracted, you getting hair glue in your eye and shit. You don't know the rounds and shit. Like, bro, no, I'm not trying to hear that shit, dog. I'm not trying to hear that shit at all, bro. Shout out to Drink More Water with the 5-piece in the super chat. He says, you want to see real corruption? Go watch that Patty Donovan fight, dog. I was pissed, bro. That's a motherfucker being corrupt. Ref robbed the fuck out of Patty along with me and my money. Me and my money too, bro. Me and my money too. That shit made me mad. COE says, with the 2-piece and super chat, says, talk about the low blows and dirty shoulder hits. The shoulder check, man, ain't in there, shit. It's a fight, nigga, shit. And then the low blows, I don't think he threw any low blows on purpose, bro. But yeah, he definitely had a bad night, bro. He definitely was frustrated in that bitch because he used to niggas going away. He used to knock it. He used to people wilting under that power and shit. And I think he thought he had Lamont broke down. He thought he had Lamont broke down when he didn't. And he should have just kept boxing him because when he was boxing him, bro, he clearly faster than that nigga. His left hands were clearly getting there first. If he just boxed him how he boxed Ryan Garcia, we talking about either a late stoppage or a 12-0, 10-1 10-2, 11-1 unanimous decision victory. He tried to go tank on him, and Lamont Roach wasn't going for that shit. He wasn't going for that shit. And when he tried to go tank on him and Lamont Roach pushed back and fought back and met him right there, fire with fire, he's not used to that shit. And he didn't respond well to it. Shout out to Pooh the Kid with the
very good. That's what I'm going to ask you.
He said, I think he showed Roach too much respect and paid for it. Yeah. And Roach is first of all, he should dislike Roach now. So whatever respect, whatever likelihood, brotherhood, whatever he had with Roach, hopefully he disliked that nigga because that nigga just played cool with you and tried to take everything from you. But other than that, I don't want to see a nigga fight nobody he cool with. I want to see him fight everybody that he don't like, bro. Because fighting people you cool with, that shit didn't work. Shout out to Boxing Hacker with the 5-piece in the super chat. Yesterday was the first time I ever seen a fighter take a knee and tell the ref not to count it. LMAO. That type of cheating was legendary. Yeah, that ref, that was crazy, bro. There's nothing to say about that other than that was the wrong fucking call. Shout out to Blunt Sports with the 5-piece in the super chat. Proud of you, Inja. You got to slow down on the Shakur slander. Learn this valuable lesson. No more fake offers. Bro, this is y'all's problem. That performance last night changes nothing with Tank and Shakur for me, bro. Y'all are crazy if you think that changes anything from my perspective. So
let me say this.
You can be proud. Hold on, and then I'll give it to you. You can be proud, and I don't know why you be proud of me being who I am. I'm always like this. But as far as like that situation, in terms of like the negotiations, all that shit, ain't nothing changed, bro. Just like with Earl and Bud, like ain't nothing changed. Ain't the opinion ain't changed. We just talking about his performance. But go ahead and get off, because I know you happy as a Shakur fan, bro. I get it. Like, niggas want to see Tank Davis fail, bro. You don't necessarily want your favorite fighter to do it. You just want to see him fail or stumble in some form of fashion, which we'll talk about later, which I think is a very interesting phenomenon, because niggas just want to see him lose, not necessarily want to see Shakur beat him or want to see Devin beat him or want to see Keyshawn beat him. Niggas is just happy that he didn't look good last night. Y'all hate that man, and it's cool. Do your thing, bro. Rock with who you rock with. Just know that I see it. Go ahead, KQ.
No, what I'm saying is, see, everybody used to seeing Gervonta Davis be perfect. All right, he leading everybody in knockouts. All right, we saw that last night on the screen. All right, everybody looking for Gervonta Davis to get them knocked out. Now, once he go the distance, and once he go to this like Pitbull Cruz, people think he looked bad. All right, now last night, yeah. I think he was distracted and everything, but it doesn't mean it was a bad fight. It doesn't mean that, he trash. Like someone gonna tell me in my chat, Shakur, y'all gonna talk about Shakur, no, listen, y'all talking about Shakur and Keyshawn, they friends, and so you gonna take that back, KQ? I said, no, I'm not, because see, Shakur and Keyshawn did not grow up together. They met each other getting out the amateurs, and they still didn't know each other. They just knew of each other. They grew up together. They grew up together as kids. All right? It's a difference. It's a difference. So no, hell no, I'm not gonna take that back. Keyshawn and Shakur should fight each other. They still should fight each other.
No, yeah, all these guys need to fight, man. All these guys need to fight. Shout out to
yeah, go ahead.
Shout out to KP with being a member for 4 months. He told you KO years ago what Tank was. He's a Tyson clone. So you think he about to implode? Damn, that'd be hard to watch, dog. Shout out to 10 with the 2-piece in the super chat. Knew some things was wrong when I seen Jim Jones. Yeah, bro. He need to get back to his bag. He need to walk out with some rappers from his generation, bro. Shout out to That's Funny though. Shout out to Gadget the Ghost with the 5-piece in the super chat. I'm from NY, but as soon as I saw Dipset, I was like, this ain't good. Something is off. I'm sure Jada Kid Styles and Sheik was available. You wasn't feeling the Dipset shit, man. It's crazy. Shout out to KC being a 2-piece with the 2-piece no biscuit super chat. I still got Shakur, like I told you years ago. I can't wait to see that fight. I still got Tank, bro. Shout out to Avery Jones with the 5-piece no biscuit and super chat. KO, you have to have box to understand that some fighters do forget what round it is. It's the fighter's job to fight, not know the rounds. I disagree, bro. Floyd forget the rounds, bro. Andre Ward forget the rounds and shit, bro. Ray Leonard forget the rounds, shit. Muhammad Ali.
Well,
like Tank's supposed to be a great fighter. Like great fighters ain't supposed to be forgetting rounds and shit, bro. Shout out to COE Films with the 2 pieces in super chat. What did you say about the crowd booing? They were booing that decision, bro. Tank had a lot of fans in there, and Roach had fans in there too. You could say what they were booing for. They weren't booing during the fight. See, I feel you. I understand. I get it, bro. They weren't booing during the fight, though. They were booing the decision of the draw. Now, whether or not you think they were booing because they felt like Tank won, or whether or not you feel like they were booing because they felt like Roach won, that's up to your interpretation. Tank Davis had a whole lot of fans there.
And hit that dollar sign down there, Sally.
But that ain't them booing. Them booing after the fight when the decision is read is not on the top of the list for things of me to talk about. Shout out to P Hunter with a 2 piece in super chat. Shakur beat Tank via a Lamont draw. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it's weird to me, and we'll get there now since he dropped that super chat. Go ahead.
Wait a minute. Sally, just hit that dollar sign down at the bottom. You see, and that's the super chat right there. Okay, it's a dollar sign right there. Just hit it, and that's the super chat. He want to know how to super chat. Okay.
Got you. All right. So that was the next thing, right? A lot of people, Shakur Stevenson fans, Tank Davis haters, Shakur Stevenson himself, Devin Haney fans, Devin Haney himself, Terrence Crawford fans, Terrence Crawford himself. A lot of them are relishing in this moment, right? You got Devin Haney saying, I was waiting on the backflip. Where the backflip at? Talking about Tank doing backflips after he knocked people out. Shakur Stevens said, I felt like Lamont won. It was a robbery. Terrence Crawford said it was a robbery. Lamont won. A lot of people are shitting on Gervonta Tank Davis right now. Is it fair or is it foul? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I would say it's fair. You know why? I would say it's fair. Now, of course, some people might say, no, it ain't fair because he still did better than they did. All right, he didn't run like Shakur did. But still in all, they are used to seeing Tank in a different light. Once again, I'll go back once again, like Barry Hunt said last night. We all are used to seeing knockouts. We all are used to seeing Tank lose a couple rounds and come back and get it all over with. Now we see Tank thinking. We see him going the distance. Is he getting older? Don't know. All right. But still in all, what it is that Tank is slowing down maybe because of the age or whatever. But sometimes you're not going to knock everybody out. You're just not. And Lamont Roach has a chance, as he said last night. So definitely, everybody looking at Tank and listen. When you got what they want, of course, you're looking for any little thing to discredit you.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like Tank. Let's just call it what it is. Let's stop ignoring this shit. All right? They don't like Tank. Tank is doing numbers over here where they have to go 2 days to travel to try to do or try to get the money. So let's just cut the shit out. All right? Mm-hmm. Tank is the guy. All right? And everybody waiting and shit on the guy that if he make one little mistake, they shitting on him. Now, anybody else, we're happy to take a goddamn draw. Everybody be like, oh, man, it's a draw. Okay, cool. He still keep his belt and everything, right? But no, not Tank. No, he can't make no mistake. He got to be perfect every time he go out. Mm-hmm. And that's hard to do.
Yeah.
So please understand this. He is a human. He is a human being. He gonna make mistakes, and he might just lose. Same thing they said about Mike Tyson. Here come a guy named Buster Douglas. All right. So please, let's just call it what it is. Let's see what it is, or tell it what it is. They don't like him. He got what they want. Those are the facts.
Yeah. For me, I think it's beyond fair. Because Tank Davis and his fans, me being one of them, and analysts, we go back and forth with Devin fans, Shakur fans, Bud Crawford fans, and when they look bad, we not shy about letting them know that they look bad. And so if they're doing the same thing to Tank right now, that's well within their right. So, talk y'all shit. That's why I say don't block nobody. Talk your shit. What I will say, silver lining is Tank has an out, just like Devin, bro, just like Shakur. We criticize Shakur Stevenson because of his performances against, heavy punchers, or he runs away, or he does this. Well, guess what? He has an opportunity when he gets in a big moment to shut people up by beating somebody's ass and not running from them, right? Same with Devin Haney. We talk shit about the lawsuit and suing Ryan Garcia. He has an opportunity to beat Ryan Garcia's ass when they fight again. We criticize Terrence Crawford leading up to the Earl Spence fight a lot, bro, right? And he had an opportunity to go in there and do what he did to Earl Spence Jr. It's no different for Gervonta Tank Davis. He's not above that shit because he was shitting on them leading up to his fight. He was talking shit about Shakur. He was talking shit about Terrence Crawford. He was talking shit about Keyshawn Davis. He was popping his shit. And I told people before the fight, it's cool. Just know that if you fall, if you falter, if you look vulnerable in any way, people gonna come at you, and you got to be ready to handle that shit. And that's what's going on right now, because he did falter. He did fall short of expectation. He did perform not well, not to his standard, not to the standard that we hold him to. So as a result, people get to talk their shit. The great thing is, number one, you didn't take a loss. Number two, you're a bigger star today than you were yesterday. And number three, you have an opportunity to go show people that it was just a bad night at the office, that you are truly the better fighter, that you are still that great fighter that can do everything in the ring. All you got to do is rematch the man and beat his ass. The world is right there in front of you. Roach didn't say, I want to go do something else. Roach didn't say, I want to go fight somebody else. He said, I want to run it back. And you said you do too, which leads me to my next question for you, KQ. But let me catch these super chats. I'm a little behind. Shout out to P Hunter, man. 2-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said Shakur beat Tank via a Lamont draw. Shout out to Terrence Bills with the 2-piece in the super chat. Turkey laughing right now. Tank got the karma that he deserved. Karma? Okay. All right. I got you, karma. I'll let you rock that out. I don't know what you mean by that. Maybe you can elaborate. You ain't got to drop a super chat to do it, bro. Shout out to Dundrick and them with the 5-piece in the super chat. So we acting like Shakur wasn't in a fight with a Duke power worker. Yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. Tank definitely was fighting a better fighter. But Tank is supposed to be Tank, bro. That shit don't matter. Like, I'm not comparing Shakur and Padley to Tank and Roach. Tank underperformed, bro. He fought a bad fight last night. Shout out to Thirsty Dude 513 with the 2-piece in the super chat. Who was in Tank locker room? Jake Paul. That's what I want to know, bro. Who the hell was in your locker room that you were gonna call out, bro? But I don't even care no more. It's Lamont, Roach, or nothing for me, dog. Like, we're about to talk about that now. Like, I got y'all, bro. We're gonna talk about that now. Shout out to my dog John Wick with the 2-piece in the super chat. Shakuchi was front row looking like a super fan. He is. He's a super fan. It's jealousy, love, and hate at the same time, bro. Like, he's happy that Tank is going through this. The last thing he wanted was Tank to knock Lamont Roach out, bro. Because now Tank looks vulnerable. Now people are criticizing Tank. And so some of the heat is off of him. But I would tell Devin Haney fans, and I would tell Shakur Stevenson fans this: heed this warning. Because Shakur Stevenson still probably has to fight William Zepeda. Devin Haney still probably has to fight Ryan Garcia. Just heed those warnings, bro. You could be in this seat. And a draw could be much worse. Tank got a draw. Your favorite fighter could end up on the wrong end of something much worse in the very near future. So talk your shit. I just hope you be willing to keep it as real as I'm keeping it right now. That's all I'll tell you. That just heed that warning, because your fighters, Terrence Crawford, you got Canelo coming up. All y'all got some tough ass fights coming up your damn self. Bud got Canelo. Shakur got Zepeda coming up. Devin Haney got Ryan Garcia coming up. And Jose Ramirez before that. So just know that 2025 could be, we could all be moving on to Abdullah Mason and Keyshawn Davis by the end of the year is what I'm telling y'all. We could all be on to our next fighter by the end of the year is what I'm telling y'all. So talk your shit, but just know your fighters got some fights lined up as well that could get real hairy for them. Shout out to Todd Draper with the 5-piece in the super chat. 19,250 seats purchased, and some of those by his ops. I think it's fair and hope it turns him back into the monster we are used to seeing. Yeah, 100%. Shout out to Best Videos with the 2-piece in the super chat. I appreciate it, dog. Shout out to Pooh the Kid with the super sticker, 1 piece. Appreciate that, dog. Shout out to Big Dog Willie with the 5 piece. No biscuit in super chat. It's fair because Tank and Maniacs was doing exactly the same thing to Shakur and Devin after a bad performance. Shakur and Devin fans give Tank fans hell. Oh yeah, talk your shit.
Yep.
Talk your shit, man. Shout out to the GOAT, 9-5, 10 piece. No biscuit in super chat. I think last night was a result of being 1 foot in and 1 foot out. I think that Tank needed this to light a fire again, and everyone underestimated Lamont Roach. I think that's a great super chat, bro. Shout out to the dog Terrence Bills with the 10 piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He say Tank one-dimensional. He showed his power only. He got outboxed by Roach. I disagree. It's looking bad. Tank cheated and lost. Tank is more skilled than Floyd. Ha ha ha. A lot of channels and people got humbled. It's over for Tank. It's nowhere near over, bro. Number one, he's not one-dimensional. He was one-dimensional last night, though. He did sit on his left hand too much, and he looked for one shot too much. Number two, he didn't cheat. The ref made a bad call, and I think the ref should never ref a big fight again. And I like that ref. He's the animated dude. He's usually
I like Steve Willis. Yeah,
he's usually good or whatever, but that was a bad moment for him. He fucked up badly, bro. Tank more skilled than Floyd? Nah, you can't say that, bro. He got a lot. He gotta make that. He gotta make that up. He says a lot of channels and people got humbled. It's over for Tank. Over. He's 30 years old. He got a draw, and this is the problem with boxing to me, bro. Like, he got a draw in a bad performance. He can have a rematch. He can still go fight more fights. How is it over for him, bro? Do you understand? Do you understand? Like the first 4 or 5 rounds of the fight, Terrence, Tank Davis was winning the fight. Do you understand? He still looked like he was the faster fighter in there. The stronger fighter had the stronger punches or whatever. Like, over? You crazy, bro. You crazy, dog. It's not over for him. Nowhere near over. He just got some adversity that he had to deal with for the first time in his professional career, and we'll see how he responds to it. Everybody goes through it, bro. Shout out to Eric All with the 2 piece in the super chat. In my opinion, Tank was missing Calvin last night. Before we get to the rematch talk, what's your thoughts on the trainer situation? What's your thoughts on the trainer situation? Did you like the corner work last night?
Yeah. Barry Hunter, veteran trainer. Had the Peterson brothers. I mean, just a great all trainer. But Tank wasn't doing what he was told to do. Barry Hunter wanted him a little bit more. He needed a little bit more out of Tank. He wanted Tank to step up a little bit more. He wanted Tank to be a little more active, you know. But Tank wasn't doing that. And you gotta listen to your trainer, and that's what Gary Antoine was alluding to when he was saying last time when he lost, he wasn't listening to his trainer. Now he was listening to his brother Gary, you know, and it did everything he said to do. Well, Tank gonna have to do that. He's gonna have to start listening to his trainer, because see, 4 eyes is better than 2, and people can see. Your trainer can see what you can't see on the outside, and so, but. I think Barry, you know, he knows them very well. Him and Calvin been knowing each other for years and everything. So it's nothing. I don't think it's nothing wrong with the training change or whatever, because they did this before, you know, a long time ago. So, I mean, ain't like he never been in their corner before. So, I mean, I'm okay with it, you know, but I think he's more comfortable with Calvin, though, because Calvin been there longer. So, but, you know, Calvin got married and everything like that. But I'd rather see him back with Calvin and back to the drawing board, you know. So
yeah. So for me, I just need one person to be talking, because clearly the nigga get distracted easy. He was looking at his mama and shit in the fight before. He was talking to the crowd in the middle of a fight before, and watching Kenny Ellis give instructions, then Calvin Ford trying to give instructions, then Barry Hunter giving instructions. Tank is looking over here at Kenny Ellis. Barry Hunter's right here. Calvin Ford is right here. He need one person talking, bro. So I don't know if that means firing somebody or getting rid of somebody. I don't care who. But the corner work, that shit didn't work last night. Like, if he didn't know the rounds and shit, how the hell y'all didn't tell him the rounds in between the fight? And why are 3 different people all telling him different shit, bro? So I didn't like the shit, bro. The experiment, to me, KQ, that shit failed. That shit fell flat on his face to me. I thought that it was chaos in his corner, bro. I thought it was chaos in his corner. I saw him telling Calvin, no, Calvin, you got to listen to me. Barry's talking right here. Listen to me. Calvin trying to tell Calvin about his eyes. Kenny Ellis is telling them shit over here. Like, they got to figure that shit out, and only one person need to be talking, bro. Because when you in a fight like that, bro, you need one person that's going to give you the instructions. If they all see something, say that shit before he come back to the corner. Tell them what you see, and then let the one person talk or whatever. It was too chaotic over there, bro. In my
you're right.
opinion.
He mentioned that. You're right. Tank did mention that in the corner. He said in his corner, it was so, they got to get that straightened out.
Yeah, he did say that, bro. And it need to get fixed.
Yeah.
And I ain't blaming no one in particular. I'm just saying that shit looked chaotic. And I'll be damned if I get up here and talk shit about T.O. when his trainer was doing bullshit, when Bo-Mac looked like he wasn't training Bud, and he was just saying, we got to fight harder, motivation. I was on Bo-Mac helmet. I've been on Bill Haney helmet before about his instructions. Teofimo daddy, bro. I'm not going to mince my words just because. Matter of fact, I'm going to probably go harder because I fuck with Tank more than the rest of them dudes. Like, I want to see him be great more than them because I'm a fan of his, bro. They got to fix that shit in the corner. Now let's get to the main thing that I want to talk to you about, this rematch. Tank Davis said, I want the rematch, but it's not going to be next. What do you think of that, bro? Do you want him to fight Lamont Roach immediately? Or are you cool with him already having plans? Because what I got out of it is not only was he looking past Lamont Roach into retirement, they were looking past Lamont Roach, and he already had a next fight planned before the Lamont Roach shit was even over with. So based on what he said, Al Heyman, PBC, they already got another fight planned. And although he might want the rematch next, they talking about doing whatever they already had planned in the first place. What do you think of that, man?
No. That changes things. Last night changes things in my book. Last night changed things. You got unfinished business. You got to go in there and get the win. Or maybe get the loss. I don't know. But you got to run it back. And you got to run it back next. The other fight that they had planned for after Roach, that can wait. That can wait. Because right now, you got to go in there and get your get back. That's what you have to do. And you need to go get it now. I don't like that put off to this and that. Anything can happen in between. So go ahead on and get that rematch. Now you're going into the rematch with Roach. Then Roach will have a little bit more to say now on where the fight might be at or the venue, or he got something to say because he went the distance with you. He tied and draw with you. But then again, Tank also putting butts in the seat more than he does. But still and all, no, I'm not in favor of that. Whatever plans they had after the Roach fight can wait. Whoever they had plans with can wait. He need to take care of Roach right now. Because Roach was getting a little bit too cocky at the post-press conference. All right? Yes, he got a chance. Yes, he took Tank's best shot. So now, that makes you honest. That keeps you honest. And you know what? Like I said, sometimes Gervonta Davis need to know that he's human. Wake him up. And that woke him up last night, I think. I hope. So, but no, he need to go in there and get it right now. That's what he need to do. Now, Pitbull Cruz, that was different. Because Pitbull Cruz, he beat him with one hand. So then with two hands, he knew he could have beat him, easily. But this fight with Roach, Roach was on point. And Tank was right there. And Tank felt that power. And he felt Tank power. So they need to finish it, and they need to do it, and they need to do it right now. Next.
Yeah. This is a pivotal moment in Tank Davis's career, in my humble opinion. It's the biggest moment of his career, in my humble opinion. And the reason I say that is you gotta put your foot down, bro. If you want this rematch, you gotta tell Al Heyman and PBC that you're not taking no other fight other than Lamont Roach. Like, I don't care about Shakur Stevenson right now, bro. I don't care about Keyshawn Davis right now. I don't care about Pitbull Cruz. I don't care about any other fight that they think they had planned for him, bro. If you are the dog that I believe you to be, it should just not sit right with you And you should tell Al Heyman the plans have changed, bro. I'm not fighting. Whatever fight we had planned, tell that motherfucker he gonna have to wait. He can stay busy. He can wait on me, but I got some unfinished business I need to take care of. It is incumbent upon him, bro, because the criticisms are gonna get louder, and then I'm gonna have my brothers and sisters that's been with me from day one, like Dank Father, like Jay Grant Jr., like Fahim, like UKQ, like Brother Huey Q, like David, like Bud Jablonski, like Joseph Jackson, like Jonathan Jackson. If he does anything other than fight Lamont Roach next, bro, people are going to have to come in here and remind people that I'm a huge Tank Davis fan, bro. That's how critical I'm going to be, because you got to go get that shit back, bro. This is your moment to prove that that shit was a bad night in the office. Can't nobody say it was a bad night in the office until you prove it, bro. Can't nobody say that you got better in you against Lamont Roach until you prove it. And you can't just go along with whatever plans they have for you, because you can't use the money excuse. The Lamont Roach fight just became a huge fucking money fight that everybody wants to see. You broke a live gate record when didn't nobody know who he was, and they thought that you was gonna knock his ass out. You're going to break records fighting Lamont Roach again, bro, because people are actually going to think that he's going to beat you, and they're going to be waiting to see you get exposed even more, and your fans are going to be riding even harder for you to get the job done this time, bro. You got to go fight that nigga, bro. And you got to fight him next. You got to hop right back into the fire, dog. It is what we respect Deontay Wilder for, bro. When he lost to Tyson Fury and he went right back to it, bro. We respect that shit. Win, lose, or draw, fam. This is what, when great fighters have questionable shit, they go right back to it. Floyd Mayweather had a questionable performance against Jose Luis Castillo. He went right back to it, bro. He had a questionable performance against Marcos Maidana. He went right back to it. Andre Ward had a questionable performance against Sergey Kovalev. He went right back to it, bro. Ray Leonard, questionable performance against Roberto Duran. He went right back to it, fam. Tommy Hearns, he lost, but he went right back to Ray Leonard, bro. You gotta get it back, bro. You can't do this weak ass Lomachenko and Salido shit, bro. You can't do this weak ass Canelo and Bivol shit, bro. That shit weak. That shit trash. And I'm not fucking with it, bro. You fight that nigga. You say you want to fight him? Al Heyman and the PBC can't do shit without you right now, bro. Canelo is gone. You are the cash cow. If you really want to fight that nigga, they got to make the fight, bro. And I know he want to get his money back and get a bigger fight with you and get more money again, bro. You got to fight that nigga immediately. I don't give a fuck what plan. I don't care if it was Loma, bro. I don't care about a unification. I don't care about Keyshawn, Shakur. Any real one is going to respect the nigga saying, fuck that unification for a minute. I got to go step on this Roach. I got to go spray some raid on this Roach. You said you could have stopped him in the post-fight press conference. Show me. You said it was what you did and that you let him off the hook. Show me. You said it was the hair grease. Nigga, show me. You said you lost track of the rounds. Show me. You said y'all had to make some changes in the corner. Show me. You said you're getting right back into the gym in a couple of days. Show me, bro. Show me, my nigga. I'm not, dog. If I had supposed to have an interview with members of Tank Davis' team and shit coming up. If that shit fall through, because I'm being honest right now, I don't give a fuck, bro. Niggas need to hear the real. And the real is, no one wants to see you fight anybody next other than fucking Lamont Roach, bro. If you do anything else, that shit is going to be frowned upon. Frowned upon, bro. By everybody, including your biggest fans. Niggas can't tell me I'm not a Tank fan, bro. You can't tell me I don't rock with him. But you also not going to get up here and say I'm a liar, bro. You got to fight that nigga next, bro. Or niggas going to cook you. And guess what? They gonna be like, damn, KO, you fuck with, like, new subscribers going to come in this bitch. Oh, man, yeah, I like KO, man. KO, he cooking Tank. He keeping it real with Tank. And niggas in the chat going to have to remind them, no, KO really fuck with Tank heavy. Because that's not a good look, bro. I didn't like that shit. I didn't like hearing that, bro. If you want the rematch, nigga, push for it. Push for it, bro. Get that shit. That's the only fight that we want to see next, bro. Because I believe, bro, that was just a bad night at the office, bro. I believe in my heart, bro, and in my mind that you'll whoop his ass the next time y'all fight. I believe that shit, bro. I believe it. But what I believe don't mean a goddamn thing if you don't go fight that man and go show it, bro. He gotta fight him, KQ. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody trying to make apologies for that nigga, trying to say, oh, he got a bigger fight on deck. He got this, he got that. Nah, fam.
Yeah.
Nah, fam. We can't call for Shakur Stevenson to rematch Edwin De Los Santos. We can't call for Devin Haney to rematch Ryan Garcia. We can't call for all these other fighters to go get their shit back. Some of them in wins, bro. Some of them where a nigga tested dirty, bro. Roach didn't test dirty. Shakur actually won the fight against Edwin, and niggas, we was calling for him to rematch niggas like that. But we not gonna call for Tank to rematch Lamont Roach. Y'all got me fucked up.
Right, right.
Y'all must don't know who I am, bro.
Yeah,
Gotta fight Lamont Roach
right
next,
now. Yeah.
You gotta fight him next because he's the reason that you getting back in the gym. He's the reason that you don't want to take no time off, right? He's the reason that you so motivated and so mad that you don't want to retire no more. This nigga made you change your whole life plans and you don't want to fight him next. You ain't gonna force the fight, man. You got me fucked up. You got me. That's what he should walk in the Al Heyman office and say tomorrow. Call Al Heyman on the phone right now. You got me fucked up. I'm fighting Lamont Roach next. You're not finna have niggas thinking I'm a bitch. You're not finna have them thinking I'm a hoe. I'm fighting that nigga next, bro. Y'all got me fucked up. That need to be the attitude. And if it's not, I'm letting you know ahead of time so people are not surprised, bro. A lot of people were surprised with the way I reacted to Earl Spence and Bud Crawford, bro. I want you guys to know who I am so you're not surprised when I react a certain way, bro. I understand what I'm saying, bro. I don't give a fuck who it is. Excuse my language on a Sunday morning. I don't care who else it is. I don't care. The next fight needs to and has to be Lamont Roach. It is a huge legacy fight now. It is a big ass money fight now. It is a huge pay-per-view fight now. It checks off every fucking thing that you could want.
Yeah, that would make it bigger,
bro. Like, you gotta fight that nigga. I don't care about no plans and shit. KQ, go ahead, bro.
No. I'm just saying that would make the fight bigger. And there's a huge fight now because now Tank is vulnerable. Now Lamont Roach could beat him potentially, so that gonna make the rematch even sweeter, so that also waked up Gervonta Davis. So that got to happen next. It has to happen next. Forget all the record and forget all that, this and that. He done all that. Forget all the money, all that. He had done all that. Now he got to go in there and fight this guy. He need to fight this guy right now. That's what he need to do. So, yeah I'm all for it right now. Yeah.
Let me catch these super chats real quick, man. Shout out to my dog, Thirsty Dude 513 with the 2-piece and super chat. If Loma is next, then it can't wait. Roach can't wait. Nah, Loma can wait because he made Tank wait last year, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of people, Thirsty Dude, a lot of people feel like Tank lost, bro. You hear what I'm saying? A lot of people feel like he lost, bro. He got to go get that back, fam. A lot of people feel like he lost. I feel like it was 7-5 either way. But the knockdown should have had it scored for fucking Lamont Roach. It's a draw fight, a close-ass fight. You don't run away from close-ass fights. You go show people that it was just an anomaly, bro. The same way Andre Ward had to. The same way all them fighters I mentioned when I went on that rant had to. Bro, he got to. There's no special treatment, bro. He got to. Shout out to my dog, Say What Again, Mother with the 5-piece and super chat. Now, everyone hate Tank, shaking my head. He just had an off night, ring rust, and he took Lamont for granted. Hats off to Mont. He showed up and showed out.
Yeah,
I believe everything you said is true. The only way for that to become factual is to fight the rematch and whoop his ass. I believe Say What Again, Mother. I believe everything you just typed is true. He did just have an off night. He was out the ring for almost a year. He did take Lamont for granted. I believe you, bro. He got to make it become a fact by doing that shit in the ring. Shout out to Willie Williams with the 20-piece in the super chat. He said, that's why that tank movers. I thought he would lose to someone that he should beat. Tank is not willing to run it back now because it may put his money fights in jeopardy. Kind of like Pitbull fight. It's risky. Shout out to Big Dog Willie with the 2-piece in the super chat. Tank is a super duck if he don't rematch Roach next. Shout out to Chris Trucker with the 2-piece, no biscuit in super chat. Next or nothing, 100. I agree, bro. Shout out to Lee Jackson with the 5-piece, no biscuit in super chat. Tank said last night when asked who's the next person he's supposed to fight next, came in his dressing room after the fight, and it wasn't Shakur. Yeah, I want to know who came in his dressing room, bro. We need some cameras back there. Who the fuck was in his dressing room? Whoever the fuck that was, you can wait. Whoever the fuck it was in his dressing room, you can wait. Nigga got Lamont Roach problems, bro. Shout out to Opulent LD TV with the 5-piece in the super chat. Thanks for keeping it 100. KO and KQ. That's why I'm here for integrity, boxing talk, mute minus lies. KQ, turn your camera off. Your camera's chopping up, bro. Your camera's chopping up. Yeah, turn your camera off, bro. That way you won't get caught looking like you in the Matrix. Shout out to Here Kent out with the 5-piece in the super chat. Says, I agree with you, KO. Yeah, you good now, KQ. He got to get it back ASAP. As a fan, I'm disappointed in that performance. Shout out to Sha Al with the 5-piece in the super chat. Did Tank look like the most skilled fighter in the world yesterday? No, he did not. Let's not forget this is Lamont Roach, not a pound-for-pound fighter. He was plus 900 for a reason. Yeah, he was a huge underdog, and he should have been based on who he had fought, his performances compared to Tank's performances, but that's why they fight the fight. Now, Tank got to go remind people of who he is as a fighter. He can't fight nobody else, in my opinion, bro. Shout out to Young World with the 20-piece in the super chat. Cook KO, what's up, OG? Salute to the chat. Salute to you, Young World. Appreciate the love, dog. Shout out to Barbara D with the two-piece in the super chat. He said, thanks for keeping it 100 KO 100 KO on Tank fan girl. Yeah, listen, people got to understand you can be a huge fan of somebody and not make excuses for them and criticize. I would want to be criticized if I was fucking up from somebody that I love, because I know it's coming from a place of love, or somebody that loves me, or somebody that cares for me, or somebody that's a fan of me. I want to be criticized for that. And I really rock with Tank Davis heavy, bro. So, but I'm gonna tell the truth. Willie Williams with the 5-piece in the super chat. KO, what do you think about Lamont saying that Tank told him in the fight they're not giving him the win, as if to say, these my people? I mean, he would know. He would know. I think that's arrogant. I think that's cocky. That goes to distraction. That goes to thinking that something's just gonna be handed to you, and a draw serves him right. And he need to get his shit together, is what I think. Braston McClendon with the 5-piece in the super chat. Roach can't beat Tank off night. He was playing too much. Should have just finished him. Run it back. He knocking him the fuck off. Jake Paul is next. If Jake Paul is next, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, bro.
Me too.
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Don't even speak that into the atmosphere. KQ, do you got anything else, bro? Anything else before we wrap the show, man? Anything else you got before we go?
No. It was a good pay-per-view card, I think. Of course, like I say, now you see Gervonta Davis is a human being. And of course, he got now. Maybe he woke up. I don't know what it is, retirement, whatever. I don't know. But maybe he woke up now, and because he almost lost that fight last night and potentially could have lost. But we need to see the rematch. We need to see it now. Yeah, and everybody should want this rematch. Everybody should want it. So that's how I see it.
I rewatched it twice already. AT Smooth, what's your question? No, we got to run. I got to wrap the show. Matter of fact, I'll be live tomorrow, y'all. I got to run. I got to get ready to go to church. So salute to UKQ. Salute to everybody that came through. It's 900.
Real quick. Okay, KQ won't be live till Wednesday. All right, I have a procedure tomorrow, so I won't be live until Wednesday. All right, keep it out on the community page, and that's it.
Already, look, man, I'll be live tomorrow night, 7:30. Obviously, we'll be covering this. Shout out to Miss KO. Shout out to everybody that came through today. Y'all enjoy your Sunday. Kiss the ones you love. Be around the people you love, and we'll catch y'all live next time. Shout out to my dog, Tony T, being a member. Where'd he go? Shout out to Tony T being a member for 2 months. Jake Paul came to his dressing room, man. He can't be fighting no fucking Jake Paul next. But anyway, I'll see y'all soon. Y'all have a good one. I'll catch y'all later. We out of here. Peace, y'all.
All right. Peace.